Now, yesterday I did a video where I was showing you, explaining how to invest in the stock market. What are some of the steps, the processes that you need to follow to start your journey investing in the stock market. Now, deciding to buy a stock can be quite confusing. You might not know what to look. It might look very complex because quite a number of people out there, some of the people will make this thing look very difficult. But I'm here today to tell you that it's not that difficult. Investing in the stock market, choosing which stock to buy, it can be summarized and you can be able to do it in a couple of minutes and decide if you want to put money onto that stock or not. And it is for that reason that I am doing this video today. But of course, before I start with this video, I will appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you enjoy the content that I'll be giving you on this channel. You know that this channel is all about investing into the stock market, buying shares. I'll be giving you latest tricks and tips on how to invest, and over and above that, I'll be giving you the latest developments on some of the stocks locally in SA. So on this video, I'll be telling you or showing you the quickest ways you can do a quick file analysis onto a stock and decide if you are to buy that stock or not. Now, the first thing that you look for, obviously, without wasting any more of your time, is the strong financials or the financials of the company. If the financials are strong, if there is growth or revenue growth, increasing in profits, and a healthy balance sheet, then you know that this is a company that you want to be buying, right? So meaning that if there is growth in revenue, the money that they are generating every year, every 6 months, every time they report their financial, if it's on the rise, it's a good sign that that is a good stock to buy. Then you also look at profitability. Profitability, it's measured by the EPS or earnings per share. If this figure is positively increasing, then it is a good sign to say that this stock is a stock that maybe you must look into buying. The third thing is the healthy balance sheet. So this is also quite important because it plays a huge role in case that company is to go to liquidity, right? Because this, in case of a problem, the financial health or the cash at hand will be able to obviously sustain the company throughout maybe that period where things are not going as well. I mean, you'll remember that back in 2020, the pandemic, quite a number of companies had to shut down operations, and those whose balance sheet were not that strong, they did not survive or recover from the pandemic, which is something that was not good. So a healthy balance sheet, it's a very good thing, because in case of things like what we saw in 2020, the pandemic, you can still manage to keep the company by cash at hand, by the healthy balance sheet. Now, the second thing that you look at is the competitive advantage. Companies can sell milk, companies can sell cars, but what helps you to decide is what is this thing that this company that you want to buy is doing different from other companies that are listed also in the stock exchange. Say for instance, on EV cars, right? You'll find that there's Tesla, there's Leoro, there's NIO, there's XPeng, there are all those companies. What makes Tesla stand out from the other EV companies? What makes NIO stand out from the other EV companies? Then once you find that's a competitive advantage, which with that you know it's a good company to buy. Number 3, growing industry. Obviously, you want to invest into a company, or you want to buy a stock whose industry is growing, right? I mean, it is of no use that you buy a company or a stock in an industry that is not going anywhere, in an industry that is not growing, because we know that even when it comes to revenue generation, it therefore means that company won't make that much, because the industry which is in, it's not expected to grow that much. I mean, if you have to go to Google and let's say you are talking about electric vehicles and just say electric vehicle expected growth in the coming years, you will find quite a number of articles that tells you how much growth is expected to come from EV cars or from the EV industry, which will be easier. Same goes to any industry. You can always go and check what are analysts or what are big financial institutions expecting in terms of growth on some of these companies. Number 4, the valuation. You need to check. This is also very important, because you don't want to buy a company that is overpriced, that it's trading way above where it's supposed to be trading at, because chances are the growth you might not see that much, and the value for that company will come back to where most of its PE is at, meaning that if the PE ratio of most companies in that industry or in that sector maybe are 15 and it's 15, your company has got a PE ratio of 30, it might mean that it's overpriced as compared to the companies in its sector, because most companies have an average PE ratio of 15, whilst that company has got a PE ratio of 30, which higher than the average. It means that overpriced, or it might mean overvalued. But you have to also dig deep to understand why is that company, because it might also mean that that company, the reason why investors are putting a lot of money is because of the competitive advantages, because of the future they expect onto that company. It might mean that, but generally you want to see and compare in terms of the PE ratio, PS ratio, which you use to companies that are not profitable, to check how is this company PS ratio as compared to the companies in its industry. Then you make a precise decision. Now, number 5, you also have to look at market and economic conditions. You will know that one of the things that you need to consider that drives stocks is how the economy of a country is performing. I'm talking about GDP, I'm talking about inflation, I'm talking about interest rates. You know that in an environment where inflation is too high, this leads into interest rates rising, which this economic condition is not good. We have seen that last year here in South Africa. We have seen in last year in the US, the Fed trying to increase interest rate to bring inflation down, because if inflation is too high, it means that things are too expensive. Therefore, you can't afford to buy certain things. You can't afford to buy your day-to-day services, and these are the services that these companies are doing, and therefore they might not earn or generate that much of a revenue, and therefore the sentiment of that company or of companies usually go down. You won't find a lot of people buying stocks during that environment. So you need to take cognizance of that also. And the GDP, like I said, if the GDP of the country is growing, it's a good sign to say that you are in the right environment. Now you need to also check the market sentiments. What are big institutions saying about that industry, about the economy as a whole? And if they are positive, it means that you can go ahead and buy that stock. Still under the market and economic condition, you check the sector rotation. You will know that right now, as we are saying, I'll make an example with the EV cars. EV cars are taking over the world, especially in China, and they've started selling more than obviously gas or engine cars, right? And therefore there is a rotation of people not interested that much in buying gas cars, but they are buying EV cars. So this is what obviously you need to realize, or you need to identify the sector rotation. Now, these 3 points that I just gave you now are falling under the market and economic conditions. It's very important that you also check this. There is the last thing, which personally I don't use. This is the technical analysis. You check the trend, support, resistance, chart patterns to determine where is your entry point, where is your exit point, and all that. But me, when I'm investing into the stock market, I'm investing for the long term, and I invest based on the fundamentals, which is what I told you. I hardly look at graphs, because I invest based on what the company is doing, based on the future potential, or where that company could go in the future, which is how I decide if that company, I want to buy it or not. So these are some of the things that you use when deciding, or these are the 6 things that you need to look at when you are deciding to buy. So these are the 6 general guidelines that you look at when you want to buy the company, when you want to decide if you want to buy the stock. And once it ticks most of all these boxes, then maybe it might be a good company to buy. I mean, sometimes, or in most times, you might see these boxes not ticked, or these guidelines not ticked, but some of them are ticked, which obviously you just have to decide. But what is most important is that how is the company performance? How is the company performing in terms of how is the company performing financially? It's very important. So yeah, man, just thought I'd give you this quick guidelines on how, or these 6 guidelines on how you can decide which stock to buy, or how to analyze, or do a quick analysis onto a stock and decide if you are buying or not. This is how I analyze the companies. This is how I decide to buy a stock, and it's very important that you follow these steps to avoid the disappointment sometimes that comes with you buying the stock, or after buying the stock it drops, which is not good. It ends up making you to be worried. So tell me what you think, because at the end of the day we are investing into the stock market to make tons and tons of money. There is money to be made. I've made money. I can say it openly here to say that I've made money in the stock market, and I'm telling you, it is a good place to make money if you are doing it the right way and if you are in it for the long term. So yeah, man, just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I will really like it. I will appreciate from the bottom of my heart. And subscribe, man. I'm trying to give you videos almost on a day-to-day this week, and because it is my last week before I go back to my 9 to 5. Next week, Monday, I'll be heading back to my 9 to 5. And I might not be able to do as many videos as possible. So it is for this reason that I'm pushing as many videos as possible this week, so that I can give you more content, but give you the latest developments on some of the stocks or local South African stocks, so that you are aware. So tell me what you think. That's all from me, and God bless you all.